Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, it's morning time in Australia. How are you? How are you, fuckers? It's good morning and it's good night in you fuckers in America. America. And yeah, guys, it's the live show. This is like the Letterman show when Dave Letterman is not there. Clivers isn't on this morning. No, he's got sand in his vagina. He's got to clean out some sand in his vagina. So, yeah, that's the way it goes. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So, fuckaroonies, it's, you keep the super chats coming because I'm only doing this for the money, fuckers. I'm still recovering from a bit of a cold. Super chats are open. You got to send the cash, otherwise there's no point answering the question because I'm completely money-orientated, fuckers. And hopefully we'll get Vin on board there. Tanzil hopefully will come by. We're just hoping this program has got some legs there. We're hoping it's got some legs, but I've sent out an invite to Mark Goldberg. I've done all that. It's all happening. Where's Clive? Clive has got sand in his vagina. Sand in his vagina. He's decided to clean out his vagina. Well, that's great, Greg. Congratulations. Your first birth of your first son who was just born. You got an Omega Seamaster professional ceramic. I like the ceramics, fuckers. Ceramics, fuckers. I do like ceramic watches. So anyhow, guys, this is the go there. So what can I say? I'm hoping to have come on, guys. We've got to get some movement happening now. I'll just send a few texts out. Who can I send to? I'll just send one to Clivers. Live anyhow. Here we go. Sent one to Clive. Clive anyhow. He just needs to be told that. No super chats have come through. This is a little bit disappointing. What else has been going on? I've been doing a bit of consultancy with the watch advice. Hey, Nalik, send some fucking money, you cheap son of a bitch. Oh, stop screaming. Okay, Phil, my good friend Phil. Phil, do you want to come on? You want to come on? You want to come on? Phil, hello, Phil. I love Phil. Phil is one of my bestest buddies. I've known Phil for years. And come on, Phil. Phil. We'll see what Phil says there. It's all going good. It's all going great guns with Phil. What else can I say there? What else is going on? Working on client work. Fuck, Phil. That's a poor excuse. Since when has that stopped you? Oh, thank you, Louis Toledo. Thank you so much. Thoughts on the movement inside the AP 15400. What can I say? The AP 15400. That is one of the legendary. You know, I really fucking love that watch. That watch is a cool. Fuck. Hello, Neo. Hello, humanity. Thank you, Neo. I was sinking, man. I was fucking sinking. Let me tell you that. I was fucking sinking fast. I was sinking fast. That's for sure. So thank you, Neo, for doing that there. I got to tell you, the AP 15400, what do I think? That's the 41 mil, which is even bigger than the jumbo was originally in 1972. What do I think? I absolutely love the 15400. That uses AP's 3120 movement, in-house movement. They're a absolutely gorgeous watch. I got to tell you that they are absolutely amazing. The 15202, that's sort of the iconic modern interpretation of the original jumbo. The 15202, that's sort of the modern version of the 1970s Royal Oak. The movement in that is the 2121, which was actually built off the JLC 920, the ultra thin movement, which is actually from the 60s. Can you believe that? From the 60s. But I got to tell you the truth there. I think the 15400, I could fucking do one. I really would fucking love one. I'm kind of thinking to myself there, you know, I like to do a bit of dreaming. I like to do a bit of dreaming. And even though I'm completely fucking skint, I am so skint, you know. I hate it. I just found a hole in one of my good shirts. Got a hole in one of them. Oh, here's another fucking thing. Is I gotta tell you, I'm really short of fun. Sometimes I just, for a mental arithmetic, I like to do a bit of dreaming. And I said to myself, what would I like to get? I'd like to get a Lang A1. I'd like to possibly get a Patek 5196, or I'd get a 15400. Vin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey.
You just got me while I was sort of in downtime.
Hey, that's amazing. Hey, just very quickly, we got a $50 super chat from M. Huff. $50 for a live pizza review. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm in New York, which is why the crazy surroundings.
Hey, that's okay. No problems there. Enjoy your time in New York. Clive has got sand in his vagina.
Yeah.
So Clive, his ego's out of control. He's just become really fucking nasty. You know, I said to him, normally we do this gig. We do Friday night and Saturday night on our Paul Pluta channel. And I texted, normally he's always chasing me. Hey, you want to go on? When you want to do it? Yeah. Today, I wake up, nothing. I said, hey, live show? Nah.
Yeah,
so you busy? And that's it. He doesn't say anything else. I said, you busy? He goes, tired. Oh, okay. No worries. Just trying to be upbeat and happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he goes groovy. So the guy's got sand in his vagina. So that's okay. That's okay. We'll do a show without him. We'll do a show without him, and hopefully he can. His ego. There's no point being nice to him. He's got to get his ego back in here, because the interesting thing is we were having a nice chat yesterday. I really enjoyed our chat. And I got to tell you, Jin, sometimes I like to do a bit of dreaming when life is really fucking terrible. At the moment, life is really hard for me. I'll show you. I got rips. This is my good shirt. I got a rip in it. I just discovered that rip. I got problems. I got some problems. Okay, let's just say that. Okay.
Yeah.
And I like to do a bit of dreaming. I like to think, what would I buy? A dream watch. And I got to tell you, the 15400 AP, that is a fucking... I got to tell you, I like to do a bit of dreaming just because my life is really suckful at the moment. So I like to do a bit of dreaming. I have no money, by the way, Jin. I have absolutely no money. So just realize that when I'm talking about these watches, I'm fucking skint, absolutely broke.
You could sell the world time, you know?
I really like the world time. Look, jokes aside, I got to be honest with you. That was kind of a dream watch for me. The reason why I can't sell the world time is because I've made so many horological mistakes. Okay, yeah. I had two 1680s I sold cheap, very cheap. This was the time, you know. I had my 1016 I sold. The world time kind of explains my watch journey and says, it's still a very, very cool watch, if you know what I mean. It makes up for my mistakes, okay?
Yeah.
So I can't. I actually, to be completely frank and honest with you, no, I don't want to sell it. I actually like that watch. I'm getting it serviced. I'm not actually going to wear it. I'm going to take it out of the plastic sleeve and just fondle it. Does that make sense?
Well, you're not going to get it back for months now.
Oh, it's like 6 months away. 6 months away. 6 months.
So that's a long way off.
It's not as long as you'd think. There, time flies, but I haven't even got.
I guess, well, in prison, those 6 months are gonna go along. It's gonna feel really, really long, you know. The days will be long. Dogs will be longer.
Yeah. So we've got a pizza review coming. Hey, we might have to do M. Hoff. Thank you so much there, Neo. Is the sand rammed up Clive's vagina, or is he just? I'm not sure. I didn't ask. All I know is he's ego. Look what's happened to that Minotaur Wrangler there. Hey, that's all I can say. I got to tell you, Jin, if you had a choice of a dream watch, I mean, let's be honest there. Do you think 15,400 money is dream watch territory? Is that dream watch territory or not?
Yeah, sure. I mean, those aren't cheap fuckers. I saw an AP in the wild today. Royal Autograph. It was like the first time I ever saw one in the wild, but it was on Madison Ave in New York, where all the fancy watch boutiques and luxury boutiques are. And this guy was just walking slowly down the street with a Royal chronograph.
Someone's saying, why doesn't Archie sell the world time and get a 5396? Because I need to put in another 20 grand. That's why.
Exactly.
5396 is.
Yeah. So I visited the Longa boutique in New York today.
Oh, how was that?
It was cool. I mean, it was fucking cool. I went in to look at a couple pieces. I tried on a boutique edition Saxonia Thin. That was nice. That had like the gray dial. It was cool. Then I tried on the 1815 up down.
Just very quickly, there, just 1 minute, Jin. $5 super chat from Louis Toledo. What about the 15,400 in rose gold with the leather strap? I got to be honest with you. If I was to get a Royal Oak 15,400, I'd want the steel one. And I wouldn't necessarily need to get the bluey grey dial. I reckon the black or the white would be fine. But the rose gold one on the leather strap, it kind of defeats the purpose. The whole point of the Royal Oak is it's a steel watch. It sort of made steel a luxury item. So you would have, in my opinion, I would much rather steel one with the bracelet. The rose gold one with the leather strap is sort of for super rich people who already have the steel one. You understand? That's what it is. Okay, so my opinion, if you just got one AP Royal Oak, you got to get the steel one. Sorry, Vin.
Yeah, I kind of agree. You know, I think the Royal Oak, two of the signature features are that it's a steel watch and it has an integrated bracelet.
Yeah, exactly.
With rose gold, I mean, it's still a beautiful watch.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
For a different kind of, a different level of collectors, someone who's
same thing.
Original
same thing applies with the 1512. You know, you see the 1512 Nautilus on a leather strap, and I still think the steel one that's what makes that watch pop. You know. But tell me this, Jin. I wanted to ask you this. That sort of money there, like 15,400, you could get a Lange 1 second hand for that sort of money, couldn't you?
Yes. And you could get the 15 up down, which I tried on, and fuck, that is a nice watch. That is a fucking cool watch. I think that's cooler than the longer one, to be honest.
Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm serious. The 1815 up down, it just fits so perfectly. It is just the perfect watch that you could wear on any occasion.
I suppose the Lange one's always been a dream. That's why I kind of hold that up to high esteem like that.
Yeah, the longer one. I mean, there's no question. It's amazing. It's an amazing watch.
What about a 5196? What do you think of a 5196 or a Lange or a AP?
I think. I mean, I'm really tempted. I'm tempted to say 5196P. But if we're talking,
that's expensive. That's that's
another level. I think if we're talking like white gold, I kind of think I would have to. I think 1815 up down. I mean, based on what I felt it in the metal. I saw it. I wore it. I mean, it was.
You can get that pretty cheap on the secondhand market. They got a few different sizes. The smaller ones are a lot cheaper.
The older ones, yeah. I kind of think for that one I would.
Oh, we got Hashab Habib here. Hey, Paul and Vin, how are you both? I am missing something here. Where's Clive? Clive's got sand in his vagina today. He's just decided to not turn up. So we're doing the show without him. Hopefully he'll be back next week. His ego won't allow him to be away for too long.
Yeah, we don't need him. He'll be back.
He's a bit dominating at times, you know. I mean, I love him. I love him to death, but he can give you the shits. With all those deals he gets constantly, it really does piss you off a bit, you know.
Yeah, and he won't shut up about him either.
No, that's exactly it there. $15 super chat from Jim Bush. Love getting your and Vin's perspective without Clive bragging every 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Tell me this. Do you really think the 1815, you wouldn't buy that new? You wouldn't buy any Lange new, would you?
It's very expensive. It was the 1815 up down is the 39 mil version is almost 30,000. Yeah. The just the 1815 with small seconds only, that's 25,000.
Well, I did that's what a new what does a new 5196 cost?
That's that's about 5196 prices actually. Yeah.
Hey, we've got a super chat from Neo, $9.99. Vin, if you were staying at Midtown Hilton, walk across the street to MoMA. Starry Night is there, and grab food from the street vendor on the same corner.
I just walked across there. Maybe I will. I'm actually going to go and see some people later tonight. So
we got Stephen R from New Zealand. He's a good friend of mine there. He's always quick to come back on a. He's always quick to help me out there. Archie is the only rancher for me. Thank you so much, Stephen K from New Zealand. He's doing a great job there. Okay, we got a few super chats. They're coming in fast and furious. Canadian car guy. What do you two think of the Oyster Perpetual 34 mil with olive dial? What do you think, Vin?
You know, a lot of people are going to say 34 is a bit small.
Yeah,
I would say
I think so.
Okay. It's okay, but I think is that dial available in the 36? I'm not actually sure because the olive dial is quite different. I've never seen one in the metal, so I can't say for sure whether I really love it or hate it. But I think that's sort of a 34 mil only watch. If you like it, then it's.
Now we got Mad Max 888. Hello, gents. How are you? I'm checking out a 2008 Daytona white dial steel for $14,900 with box papers. Thoughts? Cool. Expensive, but I think that's what you got to pay. What do you think, Jin?
Yeah, I think that's basically what they're going for nowadays. So, I mean, it's shitty that you have to spend much, but if it's in good condition, then yeah, that's.
Can I just say that for the similar money, I had a friend of mine who bought a Zenith, so it's a little bit older, late 90s, a Zenith Daytona in white gold on a leather strap.
Yeah.
Okay. And it had the Arabic dial because it was white dial.
Yeah.
Very sexy watch. He paid around that same money. So if it was me, you might want to investigate a white gold on a leather strap for similar money. I got to tell you now. People say, "Oh, white gold looks like steel." Yes, yes, that's true. But once you touch white gold, it feels so different to steel. It feels so different, and it's a luxury. I reckon that's my friend's got 6 Daytonas now. I reckon that is actually my favorite Daytona he owns.
They're cool. I mean, it's a fucking gold Daytona, solid gold Daytona.
But it's same money, same money. Oh, what would you rather do with that? I think it's same money, same money.
Yeah.
But I got to say, I think as a dream watch, I think 5196, a second Patek would be. I'm just dreaming because my life's a bit depressing at the moment. I've had a few personal problems go wrong. I've had a few personal problems. Go on.
But do you need 2 Pateks? If you got the 5196, you would have to get rid of the world time, in my opinion.
No, that's exactly why. Because when if I went back into a previous life, I had 2 Pateks. It made me feel so good. 2 Pateks. Everyone told me that is ridiculous. What do you need 2 Pateks for? Because I can.
But
you understand?
Really,
what?
Could you really though, or were you just pretending that you?
Sorry.
Could you really have 2 Pateks, or were you just pretending that you could?
I had 2 before. I had 2 before.
Yeah, you did have 2, but you couldn't really afford the 2.
Oh, I had it for a while. No, I had them for a while. I just got a bank loan. What was wrong with that? Well, most people lease an SUV that's more expensive than what I owed on that thing.
That is true. Although a lease is a rental.
A very expensive rental.
Yeah.
We've got Hashim Habib here. He's a lovely guy. He's a really cool guy. Great. Hey, guys, check out Bear Clooney's new watch review of the 2018 Rolex Oyster Perpetual 39 in white dial. Looks amazing. Same movement as the Explorer. That's the 214270. I see you have the cold again. How's New York, Vin? Yeah, I got a little bit nasally because I just woke up, but no, I'm okay. I'm getting better. I definitely don't have the cold like I did before. Vin, how are you? How is New York?
It's hot. It's fucking hot.
Okay.
And but no, it's good. I was gonna fly in for early flight like 5:30 this morning. I against that after being here till like 12:30 last night. So I just
you're there for business, or what reason takes you to New York?
I'm just here for the weekend, visiting some friends. I thought I'd visit the Lange Boutique just while I had the time. I just got in a little bit before they closed and managed to see some things, and then I'll be flying out on Monday morning.
Now, I wanted to say to you, I got some very good footage coming up for Rodeo Drive. You know, Rodeo Drive in Hollywood, California.
Yes.
And one of my friends who got the footage, he said to me, there is no discounting at all. They will not discount 1 cent. These boutiques you're frequenting in New York, the Lange, they don't discount either, do they?
No, I didn't even ask because I didn't think I had to ask. I think if you know, the price is the price.
Would you ever buy something from a boutique like that? I mean,
well, I mean, it depends.
Who the fuck buys something without asking for a discount? I mean, I don't get this shit, Rich.
If it's a, you know, it's a highly desirable thing, a boutique, like a limited edition that you can't even normally get at the boutique, then yes, I would maybe do it. But I wouldn't do it for like a regular model. I would buy that. I wouldn't even buy that at an AD. I would just buy it pre-owned.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly how. You know, can I tell you a story?
Sure.
If you want the AD experience without the AD price, okay, I'll tell you how to do it. I did this a while ago, okay? I'll tell you, I'm making a video on this. It's up and coming on the Archie Luxury channel. How to get the AD experience without being fucked up the ass, okay?
Yeah.
So I wanted a watch. This is a long story, okay? But basically, I wanted to get a lady's Cartier, 18-karat Cartier, right? No compromise. This is no compromise buying.
Okay.
They got a model called the Banois. It's a ladies' Cartier. It's a quartz, I know, but it's a ladies' watch, okay?
Yeah.
So I bought one off eBay. It was $3,300, just very quickly. Jesper Truend, $20 SEK from Sweden. What do you think of the 5711 market? Absolute bullshit, absolute baloney, absolute bullshit. I never really liked the 5711. I remember years ago, I used to work with a guy. I had the 5107. He had a 5711. And we both agreed my watch was better than his. And now his is so valuable. You know what I mean?
I think it's just insane.
It's just
absolutely insane.
And I don't necessarily want to follow the sheeple anyhow. I like to do something that people don't like. Now, sorry, getting back to my story here. Bought this off eBay. 3.3. eBay gave me a $300 discount because I hadn't used them for a while. So it cost me 3,000 Australian. That's about $2.5 US. Took it into Cartier with the woman in question and got her to pick a new strap. So they ordered the strap. I left the Cartier there. We then came back a week or so later. They'd put the strap on and polished the watch up and presented it in a Cartier carry bag. How is that for cool? So we went to Cartier to pick up her Cartier. How's that?
Yeah.
Boutique experience. Suck in that retail air, Vin.
But those Cartier straps are not cheap. Those fuckers are expensive.
Yes, 375 Australian dollars for Cayman. What the fuck is a Cayman? Isn't that some exotic Porsche?
It's similar to an alligator or crocodile.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, you know, in all honesty that's how I think you get that retail experience, because there's no way in the fucking world I would go there and pay retail for anything.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's not, those boutiques are not necessarily meant for, you know.
What are they meant for?
Collectors.
But I find rich people, I'll be completely honest with you, Vin, most rich people are the most stingiest sons of bitches you ever meet in your life. Rich people are the most stingy. They're all after a deal and a bargain.
Yeah.
And would you really need like, I like to go into the shop, get the brochures, and then buy it secondhand and say, fuck you, I've fucked you out of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a collector and you don't buy watches that often, I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a boutique and paying retail. Because if you buy like one watch and that's sort of it, then who cares really?
If you buy one watch, yes, that is exactly, you are 100% right. If you buy one watch, it doesn't matter. In fact, the amount of time and effort I've spent learning about watches, I would be much more sensible just to have paid retail and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just go for the one watch, and you don't need anything else, right?
Exactly it. But
I kind of said I aspire to be a one watch person. I think
Yeah, I don't understand why you aspire to that. I've actually had a journey where I used to say to myself, you know, I just want minimalism, less is more, all this fucking Louis Toledo, Lange 1 or Lange 1 moon phase. I got to tell you, the moon phase is fucking sexy. That is a sexy piece. However, I would actually go for the Lange 1, the traditional one, because it's cheaper. I buy used, and the Lange 1 is stretching me out. I can't really afford much more than that anyhow. Jin, tell me your opinion.
I mean, if you're going to spend that kind of money, might as well go all the way to the moon phase.
Okay. Up to you. You tell me.
Yeah. I would go get them. I'd get the moon phase.
You would get the moon phase. Okay. Very nice.
I actually kind of I think they're technically... It might technically be a lady's watch. but it's like 37 millimeters, so it's not really. It could really go either way. Is the little Lunga one?
What size is it?
37 millimeters.
I thought the smallest Lunga one was 38.
No, they call it the little Lunga one.
I'm not with you.
They have a watch that they released, I think, 1 or 2 years ago, called the little Lunga one. It's
you don't want that. The original one was 38 mil. Wouldn't you just go for that?
Yeah, but it has a guilloche dial. It's like Breguet-ish almost. It's a bit too feminine. I wouldn't actually, I probably wouldn't actually get one. And it's fucking expensive too.
Yeah. Very quickly, super chat. We got a super chat. Cheers, guys, from Dan T, $9.99. Cheers, guys. What do you think about the newer Air King 40 mil? I think he's talking about the one which has got the the green and gold writing. I absolutely love it. It's a sports watch. I think the Air King has been underrated. It's been a sleeper for so long. I love that watch. Jin, what's your opinion?
I think it looks, honestly, I'm not a fan of the way that it looks in pictures, but if you look at it in person, it's a lot nicer. It's great bang per buck because it's basically a Milgauss without. It's a little bit with a different dial and different finish on the bracelet, and I mean it's good bang per buck. It's not a bad watch at all. It's cool.
It's not a bad watch. Yeah. It's look. I think it's a great watch. I think those no date Rolexes are fucking sexy. I've had a Explorer ones. I had no date. So I actually really love a no date watch because they're just so
do I. Yeah.
Practical. The proportion. I don't know what it is. I just loved it. One of the watches I really loved in all the times I've had watches is the no date sub, the 14060. I love that watch.
I loved it too. It was such a great versatile watch.
I can't explain why, but it just is so fucking cool. Just very, very cool. But I got to tell you, I think a Rolex, a no-date Rolex, there's just something about it that just pops.
Yep.
And basically, the Air King, that is a sports watch. It's kind of like it's kind of a very cool sleeper. I think my pick of no-date sports Rolexes would be the blue Milgauss at the moment.
Yep. I love the blue Milgauss. It is a sexy watch. Very nice.
Yeah, it is. It is just fucking gorgeous.
Although the Air King, I mean, bang per buck. I mean, you're getting basically a Milgauss for quite a bit less.
Yeah, but the blue is just amazing.
Yeah.
We've got another super chat from Hashib Habib. He goes, my collection, Paul, but I've been thinking that I don't have a perpetual calendar or even a triple date. As a self-confessed Rolex fanboy, as you know, the only triple date offering from Rolex is the Sky Dweller. No, the Sky Dweller is actually an annual calendar.
Yeah.
But I would say, seriously, Habib, the best moon phase kind of... I'd go for the Jaeger-LeCoultre calendar. I reckon that's a gorgeous piece.
You can get a JLC, the ultra-thin perpetual calendar for what, 12,000 used? That's a lot of watch for the money.
So I really...
I kind of think if you get a perpetual calendar, I would want one that's fucking finished, hand finished. It's got to be like the best of that.
Well, a perpetual calendar. I mean, I don't even know if you need a fucking perpetual calendar. I think I would say I reckon an annual calendar is enough, and a triple date is super cool. I reckon the Reverso triple date is a sweet spot. I would have no problems. Hasham is actually in India. He's quite a successful property developer, and he's in the real estate business. He does go to London a fair bit, and I reckon myself get the fucking Reverso. You will fucking love it. The only problem is Hashib. If you get a Jaeger LeCoultre, how are you going to explain it to the wife? Hashim's wife has been complaining about him. Why does he need more watches? Why does she's actually becoming a bit annoying? She's actually getting a bit annoying, and she's sort of saying, you know, there's people who have no money to survive. Why should you just keep buying luxury watches? So yeah, that's the way it goes there. Neo 199, you missed Ryan's super chat. Did I miss Ryan's? Dan T. Oh no, we did Dan T. Where's Ryan's? I gotta find Ryan's.
Got it here. Hey guys, what do you think of most rappers nowadays wearing Patek?
Oh,
how will this affect the brand?
Actually, I read it, but I didn't say it. Yeah. I don't think it's going to have any effect on the Patek market at all, because the Patek buyer, he's not really into rap music. The average Patek buyer, you know who the average Patek buyer is now?
Who?
50-year-old Chinese businessman.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, probably Johnny Wu, right? We'll call him Johnny Wu. Johnny Wu doesn't even know what rap is. The only rap Johnny Wu knows about is stuff in his industrial factory. He raps the product. Johnny Wu. So I got to be completely frank and honest with you. I don't think it's going to have any effect on the market, because it's like a Bentley. How does a Bentley, rappers getting Bentleys, how does that affect the Bentley market? Not much.
Okay, Larry Kippings, £5. Good to see that you're talking watches tonight, Arch. Thoughts on Patek 5524 in rose gold? Seems wrong to me. Just an ostentatious money spinner.
What is the 5524? What is that? Let's have a look. I'm just going to have a look there.
That's the Pilot. The
Oh, yes. Look, I've actually seen that watch in the flesh, and I got to tell you, in all honesty, look, it's a hard one. Some people get really upset about these things, right? But I got to be honest with you. It's a fucking cool watch. It is very cool. They're very... Look at this. This is fucking... Look at that.
It's a sexy watch. Honestly, I would rather have that than a Nautilus.
Yeah. And I think it's good to see Patek trying different genres. Sure, it's a cop-out. Everything's a cop-out. This commercial world we live in, everything is bullshit and fake. Okay? Yep. That is so true. But... so what? Enjoy it. Embrace it. I think it's great that Patek is trying this. You know, Terry Stern was behind this model. He wanted to try this. This was Terry Stern's idea, and I think it's a great idea. I think it's something new. Okay, it's not my cup of tea. Well, I don't buy new. Let's be honest there, okay? I don't fucking buy new. I buy used. So for me, it could go two ways. It could become hot, or it could go the way of the Patek. You know what the Patek, one of the bargain Pateks is? The Patek Neptune. You know the Neptune. You know what the Neptune is, don't you, or not?
No.
Here we go. This is the Patek Neptune. What do you think?
I think
the Neptune
looks...
And you know what? That's got the same movement as the 5711. Did you know that?
Yes, but that's not that's not a terribly impressive movement. I mean, it doesn't even hack, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just telling you, this is if you wanted to move into that genre or space, isn't that a cooler way to do it or not?
I think for me, Patek Philippe is the Calatrava, and I think if I had one Patek, it would be a Calatrava. I wouldn't even think about anything else. If I had a second Patek, then I would think about a Grand Complication or Nautilus or whatever.
You wouldn't even think about something else.
if it was just one Patek, I don't think I wouldn't look anywhere other than a Calatrava. I mean, there's so many types of Calatravas just within that range alone that I don't think you would really have to look outside that range.
I see.
Okay, so falling behind on super chats a bit.
Sorry,
Jim. Thing, do you have or use a pilot's watch? Do pilot's watches have any practicality in today's world? Thanks, Sarge. Best discussion in a while here. Thank you for the super chat. I think, no, I don't have a pilot watch right now. At least I can't think of one off the top of my head. Honestly, I mean, when I learned how to fly, the thing that I really wanted was a nav timer. But I think I really wanted that just to show off as a status symbol, basically, to be able to walk into the flight school and show off the nav timer. I don't really think. I think the most practical pilot's watch is one that is highly legible and maybe with a rotating bezel. Reliable than doing a bi-directional rotating bezel. I think that's more practical than a chronograph.
You know what a lot of pilots like? You wouldn't believe this. They actually love the Submariner. I had a guy I bought. He sold me his steel 16610 because he was buying a two-tone, and he was actually a pilot for Dragonair in Hong Kong, one of the Hong Kong airlines. And I said, "Don't you want a GMT?" I said, "Wouldn't you buy a GMT?" He goes, "No, we've got instruments for that." The Submariner. Yeah. He likes the sub. That's what he said to me. I thought, wow.
Yeah. I think the GMT as a pilot watch, and GMT is a cool watch. I like, as I said, I like the black GMT, the ceramic GMT. But the pilot watch, I think it's a bit passé, just as like a pure pilot watch.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there.
Okay, so $5 Tanzil Ansari. Archie, you are all about taking jobs in Australia, but you've outsourced Clive miniature tack danglers jobs out to North Korea. All hail Ving John Un.
Yeah, well, Clive needs to be told that he is replaceable.
Yes, the lazy white man, Western man will not do the job, then
we'll find someone who will.
Yes.
And that we're also undercutting him by 30%.
Yes. At least 30%.
30%, yeah.
And the super chats are coming in in pretty good, actually. Mad Max 888, $5. Jin, how long are you in New York? Gonna check out any watches? Tourneau, Vempe, or 47th Street? Let me know if you need some recommendations on 47th Street. Yes, I'm only here for the weekend. I might be back next weekend for Belmont. I want to be back. I just don't know if I have the time. If I'm back, I might check out Tiffany's. I believe they're open on Sundays tomorrow for the Patek boutique there. I went to Langa today, and that was really nice. Next time I might check out FP Journe. So yeah, if you want to send recommendations, you can find me on Facebook in Fist, and let me know. I'd be happy to take recommendations.
No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I gotta say, it is amazing to go and see these watches here. The only problem is in New York, there's not really much discounting. I mean, these boutiques, and I gotta say something else. When you go to New York or any of these places, all the watch displays, you could be anywhere in the world, they're all the same. You know that you go to a Rolex boutique, no sports watches, all date just, day dates, that kind of.
Lanka Boutique had some real different stuff. They had that Saxonia thin with the gray dial, and then they had this one, which I'm not sure the punters can actually see my screen. For some reason, I'm not showing up in the video.
Yeah, I can see you now. I can see you.
Okay, on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay. They had this one. They had this watch.
Ooh.
Fuck,
Just
that is
minute and hour.
Yes, but it's a 39mm Saxonia thin with this sparkly sort of like
the sparkly.
Yeah.
What do you think of that sparkly finish? How was that in the flesh?
You know, I wasn't sure about it. This was the
No.
last watch that I tried on at the boutique. The sales rep noticed that I was really liking, no, that I really fell in love with the 1815 up down. It's a little, but I even told him, okay, I think the price on this is a little bit high. So because I wasn't going to buy anything that day. Came in. I went in just before they closed anyway.
You don't pay retail anyhow, do you?
No, and well, I mean, he knew that I wasn't going to buy that day.
Okay.
But he was fine with that, and I think a good dealer or a good boutique is fine with that because it's a fucking big purchase.
Yes.
And then he said, "Do you like blue dials?" And I said, "Sure," because I mentioned like a blue crocodile strap and stuff that I think that the other watches would look good on. Then he showed me this, and fuck, dead. It was beautiful, and actually the price. I mean, it's still a Longa, but this is so the Saxonia Thin 37 retails for 15,200. Which is fucking expensive. But for a Longa, it's not bad, and a 37 is actually a good size, fantastic size on my wrist. If you go up to the Saxonia Thin 40mm, that is 25,000. So you're paying for 3mm, you're paying $10,000.
Fucking hell.
39 with a special dial.
Yep.
And it's a
39 with a special dial.
This blue sparkly dial. You can get this for 22,000. So 1mm smaller than the 40mm. It has a unique dial, and it's $8,000 cheaper. No, $5,000 cheaper. I thought it was. I thought this was fantastic.
Wow. 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 That's all I can say. Fuck. Can I ask you this seriously, right?
Yeah.
These new watches, do you ever tempted to buy something crazy like that from the boutique and say, that's it, I bought it from the boutique, this is my only watch, I'm never going to sell? Do you ever fall in love with that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
$1.99 super chat. Well, here we go. Mad Max just picked up a JLC Reverso Grand Sport. Thoughts? Ooh, I got to be completely honest with you. That is one ugly son of a bitch.
Which one is that one?
Patrick McDonald says, if I send Archie a Steinhardt 1 Ocean 1 GMT Pepsi on a Jubilee, will he wear it for a month, provided he can sell it and keep the money? I will wear it every day for a month, but I'm not going to wear it all day. I'm going to change to other watches. As long as that's okay with you, that's fine. $5 super chat from John Gaunt. $5. Archie, if you die in prison and you had to bequeath your watches to your channel, guess who would you give each watch to? One watch per guest. Oh, fuck.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
That's a really good one. This is if the creditors didn't seize all the assets and my dad didn't get his grubby hands on my stuff, which is more likely what would happen. I got to tell you, I would give Vintigny, right? Sorry, Gin. I'd give you the world time. You know that?
Thank you. I'm the one who appreciates it the most, I think.
Yeah, I would give you the world, even though it is the proportions are all wrong and it's problematic and nobody likes it. Okay, even though that's the case, I would give that to you. I would give the you know, that Steinhardt GMT Pepsi that's coming, I would give that to Clive.
Yeah.
Suckerhorn, I would give the Reverso to.
Yeah.
Who else would I give things to? Max, you know, little Max.
Yeah.
Max, I would give him the Rolex Explorer 2. I would give the Speedy to I'd give the Speedy to Der Stiefel.
Interesting.
What else would I give away there? Let me think about this. That's no one's ever asked me that. I never considered giving my stuff away. Hey, here we go. Another super chat. This is $5. Mad Max 888, $4.99. AC3, $50 if you can get Don Haynes to call Kenny Nguyen on air to try and get him to sponsor you back. By the way, you missed my other super chat. Oh, Max, what did I miss?
Sorry, we're a bit behind. My YouTube stream is a bit behind. Sorry about that. So I think I've got back to the first one that we missed. Mad Max 888, $5. I've given my significant other Rolex, Patek, and Tiffany watches. I'm considering getting her a Cartier diamond-studded Panthère midsize. Thoughts on the Panthère? I've made this known before. I think the Panthère is a sexy watch, and I think if your significant other is a very lucky woman if you give her a Panthère. I think it's a great watch.
What's this guy's name?
That was Mad Max 888.
Look, I got to be honest with you. To be honest with you, Mad Max, I've done the same thing. I've given these bitches some expensive watches. Give her a handbag, a lot cheaper, and you get a lot more bang per buck.
I think maybe you meant that in more. That's a double on.
Exactly. To tell you the truth, women don't really like watches. If you bought her a Hermes Birkin or something like that.
They do like Cartier, though. They do like Cartier, for sure.
Yeah, but for some reason, watches... See, you know why women don't like watches? Because for watches, men, as we get older, we get wiser and we get more money. For women, as they get older, it's like seafood. They go bad.
So, are you a woman?
No, but I'm just saying to you, this is the thing about women is women themselves, they don't like to watch. They don't want it. They're not so interested in time. Us menfolk, time is the most precious commodity you could ever have. My God, what is two?
I'm not gonna get into that. But anyway, we're still way behind. Sorry, Louis Toledo, $5. Vin, which watches do you take with you when you travel? Right now, I have my Reverso and my Explorer. I sometimes take other pieces with me too, though. Tanzion, sorry, $5. I have to agree with Ving on the Calatrava being the gem and flagship of the Patek range. You won't get a third asshole on servicing, and it's classy as fuck. I agree 100%.
What watch is this? What watch was that?
The Calatrava is the sort of gem of the Patek range.
Ah, yes.
Now, okay, sorry. Mad Max, we got his other one. Hisham Habib, what about me? Which watch would you give Hisham Habib, Arch, if you die? When you die?
Ah, Hisham, I would give him...
It has to be something classy. I mean, this is a cool guy.
I would give him my Monaco.
I hope that he doesn't take too much offense to that.
No, the Monaco is a very cool watch. Steve McQueen, cool. How could you get cooler than that? That watch is amazing. That's an amazing watch. I love the Monaco.
Don't you have any classier pieces?
You don't like the Monaco?
The vintage Monaco is fine. The Salida shitter is.
But you don't buy the Hoya Monaco for
overpriced. It's so overpriced. You're paying for a modular, like low grade chronograph.
Yeah, but the original, the original Caliber 11 was actually modular chronograph as well.
And it wasn't a particularly good movement either, which is why they made the Caliber 12 to begin with. But okay, Cyrix AV, 279 pesos. Archie, it's me again, the guy who needs help about next Rolex purchase. Yesterday, you told me you need more info about what I do for a living. I just sent you a second email. I'll wait.
Okay, fantastic.
I have nothing to do with that. I hope that you'll get onto it. Okay, Perry Papanier, $10.
Yes.
Guys, looking to get a JLC Reverso Duofix. Joma Shop and pre-used prices are similar, around $6,000. Thinking of using Joma Shop because it's brand new. Thoughts?
Joma Shop, I would, if you're going to buy from Joma Shop, ask them what warranty papers what original warranty papers from JLC do they give you? Because they've got a bad habit of not giving them to you. I don't know why. I honestly don't understand why. I would want all the paperwork. What about you, Jin?
Yeah, I would definitely want all the paperwork. And, you know, buying from Joma Shop is, I mean, but if it's new, honestly, I would go buy it from Joma Shop, but I would call them and make fucking sure that they had the papers before I press the button.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly.
What is the warranty on JLC anyway? It's about 2 years still, right?
Sorry?
JLC warranties are still 2 years, right?
Yeah, I mean, the warranty covers manufacturing flaws. Yeah. You drop it, it's not covered.
JLC is a fucking expensive brand to service. I mean, it's not a cheap watch to any JLC is expensive.
You're right. It is. It is very expensive to service. So what does that mean?
Well, I just meant that if something goes wrong,
they're a bitch. They can be an absolute bitch. They can be a bitch to own. They can be an absolute bitch to own there, because I know with some of the JLC ultra thins, they actually change the movement when they service it. So, the costs can be horrendous.
Yep.
And they don't give you the old movement back.
No. Tamsy Ansari, $5. Ving, if God forbid Clive went to the big Rolex AD in the sky, which watch would he bequeath AC3? The rare turds, or maybe one of his vintage shitters? That is a very good question, and I think I can't see. The rare birds would kind of be fitting because it'd be like 2 watches, kind of. Oh, I know which one. He would give him the Flightmeister, because it has one.
Just between you and me, the Flightmaster is one fucking ugly watch. That's why they never really took off, did they?
The gold one is actually not terrible, I think. It's so obscene that I think it almost looks good.
I featured a gold one on my channel. You know that, don't you?
Gold. In the old stock condition.
Yes. It wasn't mine. It wasn't mine. I wish it was mine.
Those fuckers are rare.
Oh, I think I had 2. I even had 2 of the bastards.
Those things go for like, what are they worth? Like 40 grand?
Yeah,
30?
something. Yeah. They're not cheap.
Yeah. Okay. Super chat. Mad Max. $3. Thoughts on 50-38 millimeter Wittnauer chronographs? With vintage chronographs, anything big? Wittnauer, is that even a collectible brand? I don't know. I mean, that's not really. I'm not sure that that's even a collectible brand.
No.
But 38 steel chronos. I mean, it's not a bad buy if you can get them cheap, because there will always be buyers for those. And he followed it up with thoughts on vintage Inicar chronographs, value 72. This is very Clive territory. We need the rancher for these kinds of questions.
Yeah, the rancher.
Because, we prefer to buy, blue chip kind of piece. Well, I mean, we don't buy these unloved brands so much.
No. These unloved dogs. Unloved dogs,
Yeah. But I don't think that is a shitter. It's a decent watch. And I'm sure that you have pretty good deals on them.
Yeah, I agree. But I must admit, some of the crap that Clive buys is absolute garbage. You must. Can you at least grant me that?
Sometimes I just tell him why. Like the cautious.
Exactly. I mean,
what the fuck do you need that for?
Yeah. He sort of. He seems not to be able to say no, does he?
No. Okay. Colin Carpenter. What watches would you create if you owned a brand?
Oh, what watches would I create? Man, that is fucking thinking out the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what watches would you create?
Well, I already have a brand, as you all know. My family has a couple of brands where we create Chinese replicas of Swiss icons. So there's no imagination necessary on my part.
What a great reply. I gotta tell you, I would say I tell you what, I would like to do some collaborations. I would love to have the Archie Luxury Breitling Super Ocean, the Archie Luxury version with the rotating bezel that's stuck, that doesn't move. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
You know,
is it stuck?
Sorry?
Is it really stuck?
No, but I mean, it's actually a bitch to turn. It's just a bitch to turn, you know.
Yeah. Okay, we're way behind again.
I'm sorry, I'll let you go. Yep.
Toledo, $5. Is it true that PAMs are going up in value? Arch, what do you think?
No, they're soft as shit. I've been trying to sell this PAM that I got, and believe you me, I've had very few takers. Okay, very few takers. Okay, are they going up? Look, in America, there is some demand for PAM. The PAM market is so fucking fickle. They are fickle fuckers. Fickle. They are super fickle fuckers. And I got to be completely frank with you. Completely frank with you, I think they're fickle fuckers. Fickle. Yeah, I don't think the PAM market in where I am situated, they're very soft. They used to be hotter than Rolex. That's the thing. No, they're definitely not picking up. I can assure you. I'm very assure you. I've had 2 inquiries on the PAM I'm trying to flick because I haven't paid for it. Money's a bit tight. He's getting a bit moody. He rings me up. Oh, Art, just checking if any money came in. No money came in. Why do you want to have the PAM back? Oh, no, you keep it. Meaning he doesn't even want the fucking thing back. Just let me know. Yeah, I'll let you know. How many times in a day can you ring and check if money's come in?
Okay, so moving on. Merrick and Ralph Lauren watches are the best. Okay, I don't. Okay, Tansil, sorry, $5. Bing has the North Korean regime captured Clive, and you've been using that bright as fuck light beside you to interrogate the Minotaur's. Well, the bright as fuck light beside me is actually turned away from the screen, but I'm in a fucking closet of a hotel room because this is New York. And
can you show us the hotel room? Show us your hotel room. I'd love to see it.
It's no, it's like really like a closet.
It can't be smaller than my Hong Kong apartment.
I've stayed in Hong Kong before, and this is just a little bit bigger than some rooms I've stayed in Hong Kong. But this is what it is. And if you stay in Midtown, the hotel rooms are.
How much is this a night?
It's like $230 a night.
What?
Not cheap. Yeah.
I've got some. I got to tell you this. Sorry, you keep going. Super chats. Catch up, and I'll talk to you.
$888, $4. Gents, which watch would you get for under $6,000? I think it's easy for me. Explore 1. 36 mil, 39 mil, either way.
You know, for under that price, we're talking US dollars. You can get a really kick-ass Reverso Grande.
Yeah.
I'd get a fucking reverso. I reckon I'd get like a 976 like Jin's. That's a horology piece at a fucking Rolex price.
That is true.
And the thing about that watch is, no matter where you go, when you go into a watch shop, they say, enthusiast. You're a true connoisseur of watches. You're in the know.
Actually. If I wore this to the Longa boutique today, and the sales associate gave me so much respect for wearing the reverse.
Exactly.
He said, he said, you already have such an iconic and beautiful piece. You know, let me show you what I think you could potentially add to that collection.
Yes. Yes. Very cool. That's very cool. I told you I had a friend of mine who was selling a Patek Aquanaut to Tom Bolt. Yeah. Tom Bolt just looked at his wrist and said, this guy's real. If the watch is real, I don't even need to look at the Patek the guy was selling, because he said, anyone who wears a reverso, they're not going to fuck you over.
Which, yeah. Okay. Senior Bell 67 is Arch, would you suck off Mark Goldberg for $1,000? Well, why don't we call Mark and you can super chat?
No, I want five. I want five. Okay. I want five. Well, I don't know where it's been. And I'd want five. And if you wanted bareback, I'd want 10.
Okay. ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com if you would like to pay to make that happen. Hisham Habib, thoughts on the new IWC Portugueser perpetual calendar in platinum, 5216 caliber. Thoughts, gents? It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. IWC makes some amazing bang per buck. You would want to buy that on the used market. I don't think you'd want to buy that on the new market. Can I say that?
Yes. I mean, those fuckers are they are beautiful. And as far as, I mean, yeah, they're so expensive new. So expensive.
Yes. You would definitely want to get that on the used pre-owned market, because you'd basically be ripping up $100 notes.
Although, I mean, those things are not that easy to find used either, because people buy them to keep. Yeah, any sort of complicated, high-end complication IWC.
I really like the IWC because it's got the date. It's got the date disc. It tells you the date as well, the year. You know, the year disc.
Yeah, I think the JLCs have that too, don't they? The JLC perpetual calendar. They have that.
Yes.
The year.
Yes.
They don't have the pointer. Yes. They have the year. And I think they actually put a little bit of a tiny little sealed tube. Where they put the next century or the next
how fucking obscene is that, hey?
No, that's just, I mean, it's one of those things, you know, people are going to for sure lose it over like 100-year period, but it's just there to show you, you know, that they believe that it'll last forever, or at least they're trying to make you believe that.
Exactly. Crazy stuff.
Okay, Stephen K, we will go back and get your super chat. No worries. Okay, we did miss a couple actually.
Sorry, so I'll let you go. Yeah, catch up.
Archie, you are on fire tonight. Stephen K, actually before Stephen K, there was one, I'm just gonna read a free comment, just because, do wealthy Asians eat dogs too? Yes, why not? Stephen K, $5. Clyde can't say no to the Uber Oki, hence the Air King deal experience. What do you think, Arch?
I'm not doing any business with Clive ever again. He's burnt me. That's it. I'd never, ever buy a watch from Clive again. I think he behaved ungentlemanly. And, yeah, let's just leave it at that.
NI attractive guy, £5. My humble collection: Speedy Moonwatch, Tudor Black Bay 41 on bracelet, and a Seiko Sumo black diver. Thoughts? The Black Bay 41 is the
cool
bay with no dive bezel. It's just a time. It's almost like an Explorer 1 except 41 millimeter.
I don't mind that. Do you mind that watch?
It's a bit big for me, but I don't think it's a bad watch at all. I think it's a cool watch.
Sucker Horn! Sucker Horn! He's in the audience there, getting rid of those nasty comments. Thank you, Sucker Horn. Much appreciated.
I don't think that's a bad collection. I would say, you know, I think it's time for a Rolex.
Rolex. Yep. Clive's ditched me, Sucker Horn. He's gone. He's gone. He got sand in his vagina, and yep. That's how it goes. That's how the Minotaur, that's how the rancher plays his hand.
So Mad Max 888, there was a super chat that I just missed. Is Clive on a hot, steamy fishing date? If yes, when did Mark fly into Oklahoma? You'll have to ask Clive about that.
Yes, because Mark has returned down repeated requests to come on the channel.
Well, maybe that explains it.
I wanted to ask you, tell me this. Sorry, are we caught up? Tell me if we've caught up yet.
No. Senior Bell 67, $2. Arch, do you jack off with your watch on or off?
Off, definitely off.
Although, I mean, if you kept it on, it would be a good time to good opportunity to wind up some of the automatics that you don't wear.
Yeah, I think that I had it on, and that's possibly what broke the date mechanism on my AP I had.
Or did something get in the movement?
Who knows? Who knows?
I feel sorry for those AP watchmakers. Arch, let's give a shout out to some main live chat contributors tonight. This is from Tanzio. Hisham Habib, Mad Max 888, NI Addictive Guy, Nathan Cerna, and Neo.
Thank you. And Tan, don't ever forget, Tan, whatever you say goes. If you think one of my guests is a jerk and you think you want me to ban them forever, you just email me and they're gone. Because money can solve all my problems.
Yes, Tanzio, if you want to give me my life and my evenings back, feel free to donate. Super chat.
Tan said to me, Tan actually wrote me an email saying, I'm not going to come on anymore because you let this guy on. I said, why didn't you tell me this? If you would have told me, I would have banned him. I didn't know it was a problem. Tan, I'd do anything for you, man. Anything you say goes. I am a complete prostitute, and you just have to, if you got sponsors, you don't piss your sponsors off, you know? You do everything you can to give them value. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Next time, if they're stupid enough to piss you off, well, that's it. They get automatic banning from me. Now, sorry, next super chat.
Next super chat. Louis Toledo, $5. Would you guys prefer a pre-owned watch with normal wear from daily use and never polished, or pre-owned with a decent polish?
If it's professional polish, I think it looks amazing. I don't mind an occasion, I don't mind a little bit of a polish.
I think it really depends on the kind of watch. I think for a so-called tool watch or like a sporty watch, I think the scratches can add character, make it look, make it, they fit in. I think for like a really refined dress watch, maybe, just a light polish, not too often, but a nice quality professional polish is not a bad thing. Okay.
Very true.
Kitty Meow Boo. Rolex dilemma. They don't hate other people making money. Any sale in the used market is one less 80 customer, hence less profit for them. What do you think about that?
Yep, Rolex is like Ferrari. They don't like other people making money out of them. And
I mean, don't you think that, there's some people who have these, people who have multiple Rolexes, these are like 3 or 4 or 5. These are the people who tend to sell off one when they get bored of it and then buy a new one. So I mean, if they don't have an avenue to sell off the ones that they don't want anymore, then they're not going to buy a new one because they don't want to feel like hoarders. You know, them being able, the regular buyers being able to offload the pieces that they don't want anymore helps Rolex sell them more watches.
Yes.
So we're not talking about like secondhand Datejust market, but you know, for like professional models.
I know what you're saying there.
Senior Bell 67, $2. Arch, when is the last time you banged a woman or a man? No, how about a woman and then another question, a man?
No comment.
No comment, meaning it still hurts. So it's too traumatic to discuss.
Exactly.
So we're all caught up now.
It was actually, I got to tell you the truth there. In all honesty, it was Friday night, Saturday morning. That's why I was late with Clive. Saturday morning Australian time.
I think we've actually made more money than the typical live stream with Clive.
Yes,
we've actually made a lot of money.
We did. Oh, Dr. BBW's on. Hey,
gentlemen, how you doing tonight? I guess it's.
Hey, we're doing fantastic. Clive's got sand in his vagina today, so he's not going to be joining us.
He's got a date.
Have my life back. I can stay on just a little bit longer, I guess.
Okay, that's cool. You can. So, Doc.
Little tag team action.
Yes.
Jin is
gotta
saying
hurt,
he wants.
Gotta hurt, doctor.
It's gotta hurt. Jin is saying he wants to be a one-watch man eventually. What have you ever heard such bullshit in your life, Doc? How do we treat this patient?
You know, sometimes it depends on how people say things. So, knowing Jin as much as I think I do, I can't think that he would say that and actually mean it. Like, really wants to be just one watch. I think of it more like an exercise and martial arts, sort of like that. The Zen sort of, oh, that's my ultimate goal, to go towards that, maybe get down to 5, something like that. I could see it.
I see. Okay, got you. Very interesting, Doc.
I mean, is it real? Am I right? I mean, Jen, are you really going to go down to 1? Is that really what you're looking at?
Right now, I can't conceivably think of going down to 1 watch unless I had some crazy financial emergency or something. But I mean, I think, I don't know. Look, I've always liked watches since basically I could remember. I wanted one as a kid, like in high school or even before that. But I don't know. You know, you can never tell what kind of interests are gonna come in and out of your life.
You mean like you might get married?
No, I mean that
I need to get rid of all those watches.
I might lose interest in I might lose interest in collecting. I mean that I may get everything, all the fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment that I need to get from collecting watches at some point. And at that point, I think it would make sense to just exit and say, I had fun. Now let's go and try, something else. Anyway,
there's quick 2 super chats there. NI Addictive Guy, £2. Is Federico the toy collector from Toy Story 2? No. Mad Max 888, $4 super chat, upping to $80 if you can get Don to call Kenny on air. I think we might be best to leave Kenny alone. I don't think it's going to help the cause. Okay.
And aren't they closed on the weekends?
They open on Saturday, but it's 7:21, so Jewelers on Time would be closed.
Yeah, and I think it's possibly that ship has sailed. Okay, that ship has sailed. They don't want to advertise with me. That's okay. We had a good relationship. Let's just leave them alone.
Marina Del Rey watches.
Sorry?
We can call Marina Del Rey watches.
I don't think I want to ring. So $2 super chat, Neo. I'm driving to pick up a pepperoni pizza. I'll be watching the rest of it later. Paul, if tonight doesn't prove that you have a lot of supportive fans, wishing you well. I don't know what other evidence you need. No, there's very good supporting fans. We'll be doing this. I'm going to be constantly doing this with or without the Clivers. No problems at all. I'll be getting a pizza soon, too. We're going to have a pepperoni.
I want to make sure you noticed.
And that was a $20 super chat, by the way. So thank you, Neil.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Oh my God!
You noticed it.
Mark, you're back.
Marvelous Mark is on.
Gentlemen, BBW, Jim.
Oh. Hey, it's an honor. It's an honor to have you, Mark. Hey, I just want to ask you guys, whilst we don't have Clive here, can I just ask you something quickly?
Sure. Where is he?
He's got sand in his vagina. He's just getting funny. Now, is this enough? Sorry, $2, £10 super chat from Larry. Is this enough to cut the dock off? No.
Why would you want to cut off the dock?
I know. Very quickly, do any of you guys as collectors worry that watches will be out of favor and our collections will be worthless? Do you ever worry about that?
There's a chance. I mean, there's a chance that they might drop down because, you know, millennials are already into the, you know, Apple watches and things.
It's like classic cars. You know, certain cars like the 1930s cars, and they go through a phase where the 70s muscle cars are no longer as collectible as like the 80s cars, because the people who are buying them, like middle-aged people now who have disposable income, when they were kids, it wasn't the 1970s muscle car. It was cars like Kit and that there.
Oh, but the classic cars and muscle car prices are dropping because the people who are pushing the prices up are dying off.
Yes. I'm afraid I must interrupt with super chats. Being as though I do not have sand in my vagina, I must fill the role, and we've got two super chats. So first, SR Bell 67 for $1.99 would like to know, Arch, would you give Mark a Blumpkin for $50K? I don't even know what a Blumpkin is.
Yeah, I'll do it. 50K, yes. 50K, yeah, we'll do it. 50K, I'll do anything. Okay.
What's a Blumpkin?
We'll worry about that later. Okay.
No, I'm Googling it right now. No, we're not moving on until I know what. I mean, it sounds to me like a.
It sounds like gross.
It sounds like some kind of like a pastry.
No.
Oh, I see. Now I see what it is. So
it has something to do with defecation. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, it does. Apparently I'm on the better end of the deal. Let's just say.
Okay, let's catch up.
You know, actually, I'm receiving texts right now from people who don't actually know what it is. I think y'all better Google it because I'm not going to explain it. But
no, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, it's better to look that up yourself.
I want to know how much of the 50K I get. In fact, Paul, I'd like to know how much of the $5,000 I get.
Yes. Let's
400 ruby super chat.
What's the split?
It's like
60-40. 60-40, okay?
Am I the majority shareholder here?
No, I get the majority.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Hashim Habib has donated 500 something. I don't know the currency. Paul, I have to buy my wife a Rolex. Which one do you guys suggest? How are you, Dr. Bruce? What are you wearing? Hi, Mark. So, real quick, let's start with Bruce. Bruce, what are you wearing, Bruce? Something sexy or, a thong? What do you got on? Tighty whities?
Let's just talk about the watches. And interestingly, I'm wearing my Scheitling right now. I switched over to it before happy hour last night. Sorry, gentlemen, I lost the signal at happy hour.
Okay.
And I have a very interesting story about happy hour and my Scheitling, if you guys want to hear it later.
Yes.
Well, we are going to want to hear it after this super chat. Weirdly, my mind did go to what kind of underwear you were wearing, and you're quite right. Actually, I'm sure Hashim Habib really did mean what kind of watch are you wearing. So, Paul, what kind of Rolex should he get the wife?
Look, it's very simple. His wife works for a non-profit NGO. Okay, they solve world hunger and other problems like that. So it's very simple. You get her the same watch that I have in my rotation for my babes. I've got a 79160, which is a Rolex date. Okay, it's a Rolex date, and it basically has an oyster bracelet. It has a flat, smooth steel bezel, so no gold, no ostentatious whatsoever, but it is a Rolex date. That's what you get, because that there is stainless steel, surgical steel, so you can wash it off at the end of a hard day working with these poorer people. And you also, it's not ostentatious. It's very much a tool Rolex. I wear a Rolex because I need a reliable, good watch. So that's what you buy her.
So that smooth bezel, the smooth bezel versus the fluted bezel, it has the additional advantage of not collecting feces when you're teaching the villagers how to fertilize the rice fields, right?
Exactly. In fact, I'm going to go and get this watch out of my safe. Okay, I'm going to get it here for you, because this is what I do use for some of the girls.
Do we need to time you when you do this?
Yeah, because you can't. We got another couple. Oh, there he goes. He's off. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to insist that nobody send money until he comes back. So, while he's gone, everybody just keep your money in your pants, because we got a couple we got to catch up on first.
Hooper Croton, $2. My favorite watch is a cheap Henley with laser glass.
Jim, what is laser glass?
What is a Henley?
Why do you ask me?
I should know. I'm the guy with the shitters. Speaking of shitters, what are you all wearing tonight?
Oh, I'm wearing my Reverso.
Yeah, these two watches have gotten close to one. I've touched that Reverso.
Yes,
Jim, Jim, would you lick my ball, please? Just right here. If you just, it's right there. Just.
I've touched that. Did I touch that ball in Chicago?
You never actually touched my ball. You touched my Breitling, my Scheitling, but not my ball. Well, Hooper, we have no idea what you're talking about. How about the next guy? Addictive guy, 5 pounds. Would Mark take TGV for free? Or would he
Sorry, what was that?
Well, we're just doing a couple super chats. You can start sending them, guys. Go ahead and show us the watch, and then we'll move on.
Oh, okay, I'll show you the watch. So this is one that I keep in the rotation there. And this here is a very cool, it's just a very simple, elegant, so Oyster Perpetual. It's a no-holes case. It's got the Oyster clasp. And there you go.
It's too small. It's like a girl's watch.
Yeah, but this is for his wife. This is for his wife.
I'm kidding.
Or TGB.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's honestly, they like 30 size, I think.
It's 26, this one. But, I mean, that's what I'd buy for your wife, because she doesn't want ostentatious, showy things. This is stainless steel, it's smooth bezel. It's besides the fact it's a Rolex, this is like buying a Mercedes W123. It's just a usable thing that'll last forever.
So
and
basically,
it's a three-hand, right?
Yep, 3-hand with date.
So basically, that's the watch for a wife who works for an NGO or a girlfriend who doesn't swallow, more or less, right?
Exactly.
No, Archie made a very good video one time. He sometimes gives good advice to lost young men. He says, don't be fucking cheesy. Don't buy your girlfriend a Rolex. A Rolex is for a wife with years of good service. You say thank you for the years of service. You don't buy your girlfriend a Rolex. That's fucking cheesy.
No, you do not buy your friend your Rolex. In my case, I don't let them keep it. They wear it whilst they're with me, and after we've finished, they take it off.
Do you steam clean it?
I'm not condoning that, but
yeah. So that's why this one was set, because I had a session Saturday morning, and it was used in that session. And after we finished, I said, could I please have my Rolex back? And she left, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay, well, we got to move on, guys, because we have 5 pounds from NI Addictive Guy to determine if I would take TGV for free or would I insist on a lion shark for payment.
And, let me interject. Let me interject really quickly. We're not supposed to actually say the names of these other people. So when you see that, you should say STD from now on.
Okay. With would I take STD for free? Can we use STD? The answer is there aren't enough shitters in the world. Next.
But doesn't it put it in perspective if you actually use the STD instead? It kind of tells you exactly what's happening.
Bruce, Dr. Bruce, you're like my little conscience. You're like my Geppetto. I need you. SR Bell with another $1.99 wants to know when I became a butt pirate. You know, like officially or unofficially. I don't, you know. I'm sure I was born a butt pilot. Butt pirates are born, not made. And I bet you that SR Bell has pirated a butt or two in his time as well. Well, there you have it. We got another one, Stephen K. New Zealand, $5. Good advice for lost young men. Please ring Mark Goldberg if you have abs. and actually, when Jin, when you were saying that Archie sometimes gives good advice for lost young men, I was going to say, hey, that's my bailiwick. But, in reality, it's more like my crawl space. But
yeah.
Okay, we're all caught up.
Well, remember when Archie, he also gave some good advice to a guy who was, he seemed very depressed, and he was thinking about moving to Bangers. He's a 29-year-old guy who's thinking about moving to Bangers, starting a new life, and you know, this guy was really. Archie actually gave him some real talk.
And he was desperate because he was coming to Archie for advice.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, how fucking desperate do you have to be?
Exactly, yes.
I'm sorry. I was channeling the Clive there. Sorry.
No, but I mean, if you see a guy begging for money online, he has carpet beetles, he's eating entire pizzas live on air, he, you know.
That's it. That's it.
For life advice, I mean.
Paul, remember when the cute Mormon boy stopped by your house and you scared him away?
Yes.
They aren't used to it when you say, please come in, we can talk.
Exactly. Yes. That was interesting. He wanted to share a book with me.
You want to know why Clive saying no, get away, when you're saying, please come in, I want to see this book. Let's talk about it. Maybe I better go.
You know that Clyde calls me mommy, and I don't understand but he gets mad at me when I call him my daughter. I have to call him my son. Like, the fantasy only goes so far in his mind. I mean, he does get angry if I say, what's up, daughter? He doesn't like that at all. He's like, son. He gets mad. He says, I'm just like his mother, except for I'm not trying to kill him.
He is getting very much a big ego, don't you think? He is getting his egos.
I think he's been trying to keep you solvent, is what he's been trying to do. Makes him cranky, though.
Now, you might not believe this. In a conversation, talking about, you know, bringing down his pieces, he actually was thinking of coming down to one watch. Clive.
Who?
Clive.
He won't do that.
Never going to happen.
Do that. If he went down to one watch, it would be like for a day, and then he'd find some shitter on Craigslist and go drive to Dallas to buy it.
I think he just gets cranky because, you know, he's on the air a lot, and you leave to eat reef and beef without him. I think he gets a little jealous, and he's home microwaving gray steak.
Yes.
You know, I've basically been on almost as often as Clive has been for the last, you know, several weeks, and I gotta tell you, it's exhausting. I mean, you have to give up your whole life basically to do this. I mean,
yeah, it is. It is really, really draining. It's draining. It is.
Go to work, and then you have to go and do live streams, and the live streams can last for 4 hours. And if you're doing that 4 times a week, what the fuck
and then, you know, in my situation, you know, you have to look words up like Blumpkin on Google to find out what Paul is going to be doing to you. Like, this is not that easy. So I'm just
exactly right.
You know, the rancher is do a certain.
It's not so bad if you do it the
Sucker horn.
15 minutes.
Sucker horn in the house.
Steal the show, and then off you go.
Sucker horn is in the house.
We've already had the sucker horn.
You're doing that by yourself. You know, if Clyde were here, he'd be doing that with you. We have a 400 something. What is
400 rupiah.
Yeah, what is that word?
$30.
Wow, all right, Hashim. But she insists on a two-tone date just with a black dial. Hey, Mark, she doesn't work in villages. She works pro bono as a human rights lawyer.
No, I know a lot of.
If I knew that she was not digging, you know, like fecal matter into villages and digging wells with her hand, of course she's insisting on two-tone, and you should get her a SERDI dial as well. She's a lawyer, Paul. She's a lawyer.
Yeah. Well, I was just look. I think the steel is more refined because you can wear it every day. But if she knows what she wants, make sure you get a discount on a two-tone date just, because there is no reason to pay fucking retail. You must get a discount.
What we need, I mean, like really, Hashim, what you're really shooting for is that eventually your wife gets tired of the human rights issue. You know, like, screw these kids being sold into white slavery. Let's get in with the corporations and defend the malpractice suits. Let's defend corporations with faulty products. Let's defend,
like Unicarbide, for example.
Precisely. Let's get some money flowing into this house to pay for that SERDI dial. So don't get her the SERDI dial now, but you just tell her she's going to get a new dial upgrade as soon as she gets that corporate job and makes partner. That's how that could work.
You know, the two-tone date dress is very popular among women. I see a lot of women. I was at a hotel with a doc where they had a medical conference, and I was in the hotel bar. There were lots of.
Hey, this sounds perfect. You're very clever. He's looking for a surgeon wife. What a good idea, man! That's so cool.
No, I could tell you a story. That's for another night maybe. I did notice that a lot of these women were wearing like lady date justs, like 31 mil date.
31. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry guys, we got a super chat.
Super chat directed at Mark.
Yeah, you go ahead, Bruce. You do it.
Mark, would you lick Froderico's stones after a heavy workout for his his SKX?
Well, you know, clearly not. If you really want to make it interesting, send another 5 pounds and ask me if I would do it for his, I'm blanking, give me a second. He's got a Hulk. Would I do it for his Hulk? He's also got,
exactly.
You know, why am I blanking?
You might want to take the Hulk. You might want to take the Hulk to an AD first to have it checked out before you go ahead and
have it authenticated. Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to, just maybe.
To be fair, I think this particular YouTube watch guru might get tired and out of breath after changing a Panerai strap. So
Panerai. Why do I have to lick his balls for an SKX when he's got a Panerai and a Hulk? Oh, you know what? Espadel has just coughed up a whole $4, double his usual contribution, to ask me how many anal beads I own.
Is that a necklace question?
Let me just tell you. Can you hear the drawer coming in and out of this desk? Everything is in there so the cleaning ladies don't find it. And you definitely don't get to look in, but there it is. This puppy right
nice
here.
Desk.
Yeah. Yeah, the ex left it here.
Mm.
So there you go. Anyway, so basically I'm not answering the question, but I let you look at the drawer. Now you know where the goodies are kept. Kevin Smith says, we want Clive. So do I.
Interestingly, though, he didn't super chat it though.
True, but nonetheless, I thought it was worth reading. I thought it was worth reading. Although I did enjoy the sand in the vagina comment, because that's how pearls are made. By the way.
Yes.
We have another super chat. Mad Max 8888888 Dr. Bruce, did you get a 2008 Steel Daytona white dial, $14,900? Jesus. or a 2015 Daytona, two-tone, black dial, $13,600. Both mint with box and paper.
Interesting question. I've been looking at getting a Zenith movement, so a sort of a second generation Daytona. And the prices for the two-tone actually are even better if you get one of those. But out of these two, I'd probably go for the stainless. I would. The stainless just, you know, the prices are shooting up on stainless much more
Well, they're
than
both
two-tones.
They're both stainless. Let's see.
No, one's a two-tone. One's a two-tone, and the other's just
pure
stainless.
Yeah.
And the pure stainlesses, the prices are shooting up crazy on those.
That pisses me off because I sold my stainless for, I should have kept it. Never sell a Rolex. Yeah. Never sell a Rolex.
Well, now a two-tone is about half the price almost of a stainless.
Yeah, that really.
Generally speaking, on a Daytona, it's just nuts.
Never sell a Rolex, guys. I sold my Daytona to fund my James Cameron, and that's the only reason I don't feel bad about it. But look at that price. Holy cow.
Yep.
Well, I'm keeping everything. I have a 16613, a bluesy, a two-tone bluesy, which I bought because of the Pontiff, who's actually just left the room. I bought it because.
Does it have any patina? Does your bluesy have any patina?
So here's what's happening to it. The date wheel on those watches, patina's yellow or yellow, and so that's happening, and the dial is got a very slight purple tinge to it. So I don't think it would be fair to call it a purple bluesy. It's not, but eventually it will be because it's trending in that direction already. So, but I have full kit on it. I've got like everything. And
well, the real question is, do you like it blue or purple anyway? Because a lot of people actually prefer the blue. Most people prefer the blue.
Yeah, the purples go for more money. Listen, it's really pretty, but it is the old case, the old bracelet, the old clasp, and I don't like it. So I almost never wear it. It's got a rattly bracelet with a crappy clasp and an awful stamp, closure. So to be quite frank, I don't like it. I've really given a lot of thought about selling it, but it's been popping up in price. So I'm kind of glad it's a safe queen right now. I guess it can live there for a while.
Maybe I should have talked to you before I bought Clive's.
Maybe, yeah. Well, if you need a 14060M at a stupid price, I got one of those. Watch only. I also have a singular full kit.
I personally think the same thing I told Clive is personally I would for financial reason.
You break. Oh yeah, I think you sell them if you need the money. Otherwise, you keep them.
So, Archie,
exactly.
Yes.
Pizza. When is pizza coming?
Pizza. Actually, I'm going to have.
When is salad coming?
We're going to have pizza. I've just got to wait. It's coming very soon. Okay, it's coming soon.
That is a good point, Archie. You promised yesterday that you would eat salad today.
I know. I will be eating some vegetables today. It's a long story, okay?
Salad, not vegetables. Pizza is not a vegetable, okay? Despite what the
that is a picture.
You know the one who came on Saturday to wear the date steel date. She's just rocked up and she's cooking roast in the oven.
Rocked up. What does that mean?
Is that a euphemism?
Is she having a child? Is that what you're saying?
No, she's having a roast. She's actually cooking she brought a leg of lamb over and said, "I thought you'd be hungry."
We say a bun in the oven. You say a roast in the oven. I think it means the same kind of thing.
I think she's menopausal, so I don't think any of that stuff actually does anything. Okay, but the thing is, she's brought a roast over, so I've got to eat this roast. But I will be filming that, and we'll have the pizza tonight.
With the salad?
We're going to eat a leg of lamb and pizza?
Yeah.
This is Archie we're talking about, of course.
Yeah.
That's a snack. That's a snack.
What's a reef and beef? What exactly is a reef and beef?
Well, a reef and beef is prawn and beef on the pizza.
No kidding. Like hamburger, like ground beef, or like slabs of...
Like slice.
There's a
slice.
5-pound super chat.
Yes. Nice. An addictive guy. Digital luxury watch, Breitling Aerospace or Apple Watch?
See, here we go.
I think the Tag Heuer has got their connected watches. I think they're a little bit better.
I like that Breitling Aerospace.
I think the Aerospace is not a bad watch. I mean, it's a real watch. It has that super quartz high accuracy movement. It's tough, and it has like a ton of features.
Titanium. That's the only thing I don't like. Is it's real thin and it's titanium, so it's got to be light. But feature-wise, I have to stop myself from buying one of those like twice a year, and it's cheap. Jen, aren't they about $2,900?
Yeah, very cheap.
By the way, guys, I've just released a video on the Archie Luxury channel, multitasking, coming soon. Archie live in America, made in the US of A.
Where are you going?
Rodeo Drive.
Nice.
I've been just buying some footage from a friend. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I buy footage. Okay, I've been buying footage. Okay, okay, you understand?
You should have told me. I was in Hollywood. I'll send you some footage from Hollywood. I only have a little, but I could have taken a bunch for you.
Okay, thanks.
Says reef and beef is alley dog meat. Well, why didn't you tell me earlier? I got to start ordering those now.
What did you think of Chicago pizza?
I had Chicago pizza before. I like Chicago pizza. I told you to go to Pequod's, and you didn't know where Pequod's was.
I didn't, but how did you like the Chicago pizza that we ate together? Like, how did it compare?
It was better because it was with you, Mark.
Aw. And I didn't even get a Blumpkin out of the deal, but I got a compliment. That's a nice thing. Doc, you pulling out the opioids or what?
I was wondering if Jen knows what a Blumpkin is, because he didn't say anything to that.
Would you ever go one watch person, Mark? Would you? Come on.
No,
Jim is toying with the idea of maybe in the future finding Miss Right and having a one watch. I mean, that's just complete bullshit. There is no love in this world. There is no nothing, and he's going to find.
No, I'm not talking about.
I think he's being real.
I was talking about, finding fulfillment in the hobby.
Sometimes Miss Right only allows him to have one watch.
No, it's not that. What it is that is an attempt to fight the disease, and you can't fight the disease by like cutting it off. You can't. It'll come back with a vengeance. It's like saying, you know what, I'm a smoker, but instead of smoking a pack a day, I'm just going to smoke one every,
I'm going to instead of smoking a pack a day, I'm just going to smoke 1 foot-long cigar a day.
I'm agreeing with that. We got a super chat here too.
We do. We say howdy here. $5 for 50 fathoms versus deep sea. Deep sea. What's a Rolex?
I like the 50 fathoms though too.
I'd go 50 fathoms.
If you're going heritage, you go 50 fathoms. If you're going keep your money, keep having your $5,000, in this case $8,000, deep sea. So it depends. You know what? It's the deep sea unless if you don't have a Rolex, it's the deep sea. If you already have 2 Rolexes, then it's the 50 fathoms. So it depends on what you have already.
Do you find the 50 fathoms a little too large?
Yeah, but
I like a large watch.
Larger.
I find the 50 fathoms just a little.
They have a few different kinds, though.
It's a big watch, but the deep sea's bigger. Yeah. Certainly.
Oh, I'm thinking of the classic 50 fathoms. Isn't that one like 45?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big fucker. But
not as thick as the deep sea is 17 millimeters.
I mean, the deep sea is a big fucking watch.
It's big.
Yeah.
Mark likes the girth. Mark likes the girth.
Girthy. I can listen. You want to touch yourself looking at these wrist bones? Go ahead, do it. Look at look at this wrist bone. It is wide. It's gonna hurt going in. It's gonna hurt. It's not that big around. It's only 7 1/4, but it's a big, flat, broad expanse. It's a beautiful thing.
$4 from Mad Max.
You
want to read it or you want me to read it? Okay. Gents, off to a charity black tie. Have a good one.
Ah, Mad Max. Thank you
Mad
so
Max.
much. He's a cool guy. He paid for that Indian meal I went out for. Just sort of interest there. You know what the most popular? I'm just looking at some analytics on Archie Luxury Channel. You know what video brought in the most money last month?
Which one?
Okay, let me tell you this. How to ask for extras in a massage parlor.
Wow.
That got 42,000 views.
You know, you might need to rethink. You might need to rethink this whole channel. You might need to rethink it altogether.
Yeah, that's.
You might need to rename it the Archie Tug channel.
Maybe we should do the Archie Luxury channel.
There's a guy who I'm watching on YouTube lately who he's a Brit living in half the year in Thailand, half the year in the UK, and back years ago he managed a titty bar and a go-go bar in Pattaya, and he just tells stories about his.
What's his channel called?
Give me a minute, I'll find it. He's really good. Hang on.
When I was in training, there was an anesthesiologist who was giving. He had a go-go bar kind of thingy, and he was working discounts with the women there, where instead of them getting paid, they were getting breast implants. Win, 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 win.
Land of Smiles, Thailand.
Interesting.
Yeah, check him out. It's fun.
But this idea, I tell you honestly, the only one watch exit watch, I think if I got a 5170, that could be the ultimate exit watch, Jin. What do you think?
I mean, it's a great watch.
That's a manual wind chronograph.
Yeah. It's an icon. But I don't know if I had I don't know if I had a Patek as my exit watch, I think it'd be a Calatrava, something vintage, something like a real fuck off vintage watch. Like a 570 with a two-tone dial and Breguet numerals. I mean, that is that's like $100,000 Calatrava.
What? Sorry.
Patek 570 with a two-tone dial and the Breguet numerals, like the kind that the 5196P is modeled after, the oversized Calatravas from the late 30s to the early 70s. 35 mil.
35 mil, yeah. I had one of those on my channel, one of those 35 mil ones.
Those are very...
They were called jumbos.
Yes. They're very hot on the vintage market.
I think the one watch concept is a nice way to thin the herd, though. If you had to ask the question for each of the watches you own, could you live with only that watch?
Oh, man. For me, it would have to be the James Cameron, but, it's not comfortable to wear it all the time. You need relief eventually. It's like wearing a bowling ball on your wrist.
Don't you get used to the weight?
But I mean...
Yeah, eventually you do, but sooner or later you get tired of it. I mean, if I'm going to wear that watch regularly, I need to commit to wearing to it for like 3-4 days, and then I build up all my muscles again. Otherwise you get fatigued. Seriously.
But certainly we all have watches that we know that, for one particular watch, we know that we could never live with that as our only watch.
Yeah.
And at that point, you can say, maybe I should thin the herd and get rid of that watch that I could never live with as my only watch.
Well, that's my problem is I own 5 Rolexes, and I only really like wearing one of them. And that is a lot of money tied up in stuff I really don't want to wear. Because just my tastes changed and went towards the bigger stuff. So.
But then are they potential investment pieces?
I don't know. They're bobbling up, but none of them are like the super rare stuff. Probably the best one I have is the 14060M, but I mean that's a transitional watch. It's not like you'd have to give it another 20 years before it's a super collectible watch. But they're all popping up a little bit. I think really if I was going to go for one single Rolex, my 44 millimeter James Cameron is just too damn big. I'd probably want to switch it over to a 42 millimeter Sky Dweller. I
think you're selling. I think you have a two-tone date just on a Jubilee.
I do. An old one. Yeah, 36 millimeter.
Don't you have one of those?
I do. I can't sell it because it's sentimental. That's my oldest one. 83, 80.
Well, not only that, it looks nice. You should wear that.
You know what? Every once in a while I wear it for a couple days, and it does. And because it's a Jubilee bracelet and it's kind of blingy, it has wrist presence beyond the head of the watch. You don't, you know? And so it does give it more presence. So every once in a while I wear it, but only on like kind of dressy occasions, and I don't have too many of those in my life. I wore when my daughter got married, I wore the Batman to the wedding.
Interesting. I'm Batman.
Maybe the next wedding I'll wear the date dress. That's not a bad idea. I had to buy a suit.
That's right. You have a few different weddings coming up.
I do. My kids are all getting married all at once. So SR Bell 67, $1.99. Mark, would you let Trump snowball you for a stainless steel Yachtmaster 2? I gotta look. I don't even know what that means, but like, you know, probably not. No. I mean, unless snowball means that he would like cut his throat on me, then, you know, I might do it. Might do that free. So actually, Secret Service, stand down. That was not a threat. Just kidding. Can't even say anything in this country anymore. So,
well, you can say that, Mark. Come on. I mean, it's not like you said something
bad about the king,
the Democrat or something. You didn't say anything against the Democrat. You're fine.
Well, I have nothing. I have nothing bad to say against the Democrats. Hey, Archie, how the train's running?
I'm going to court on the 13th.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Wish me luck, please.
The 13th. That's coming right up. Preliminary hearing, or is this the big cheese?
No. This is just a preliminary. Hopefully, may even be doing conferencing.
You're living in a nanny state. Here, do you know what happens to whistleblowers in this country? They win monetary reward.
Or they get suicided.
Well, this isn't Russia. We just fake the suicide here and relocate you to a safe place.
Exactly.
Nathan, if you want a horn update, we need like, you know, at least $2 in some local currency of your choice.
Look, I'm going for a blood test next week. Then we're going to see the doctor again. Okay. I've been ill. They said to me, get over the flu and then go for the test.
How are the experimental drugs working out?
I don't think it's doing anything. It's supposed to be a baldness cure. It just grows back short and curly.
I think that's a transplant. From the
I don't know what to say. It's just not working out. No, I think sometimes in life there are certain things you shouldn't do for money.
Where do you stand on manscaping?
I'll show you where I stand on manscaping.
Short and curly.
No. Let's not.
There we go. The Archibald Chesterfield III.
You could braid that. I think it's changing color.
Yeah.
You know what? You could make cornrows out of that. You could braid it.
Manscaping. What the fuck is this Manscaped? The 70s was so. You know, you had no pollution control on the Corvettes. You had fucking. The pill had just been invented, and they had real bushes. I mean, fuck, man.
Listen, ask Dr. Bruce. He can tell you all gynecologists and urologists will agree that trimming your bush makes your manhood look better. Like you can actually find it. you don't need to go.
But it can increase. It can increase the likelihood of an infection developing.
We've got a 400 rupee. Hisham Habib, is it rupee? What is it?
Yeah, it's Indian rupee, about $30.
All right, thank you, Hashim. Let's give a shout out to the major contributors today. Tanzil Asari, Manbax 888, Neo, NI Addictive Guy, SR Bell 67, Stephen K. Thanks so much for the advice. As always, guys, I'm off. See you in the next. Love you all.
See you later. Thank you so much.
We have another one. SR Bell $1.99. Mark, what caused you to become a pillow biter? And the answer to that is nobody knows. Is it
You're
nature?
Born that way. You're born that way. I mean, come on. This is just his sexuality.
Pretty soon they'll crack the genetic code and they'll find out that it's all in the genes, guys. or out of the genes, depending on what's happening at any given moment. How long has this been going on?
Also suggesting it's in the water.
Well, I don't know. We all drink the same water. I don't know.
Well, ingredient of Roundup sort of found in all the waters out there.
I think it's genetic, and my dad
decreases sperm counts.
Is that right? Well, I don't know.
But that's that's too much science, maybe.
It tends to run in families. So you've been on for 2 hours. According to my sources, you've been on for 2 full hours.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys have been on for 2 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have sources that are texting me.
No, so tell me this, guys. Tell me this. Is it this one-watch bullshit that Jin is talking about? I mean, I have flirted with the idea. When I got my 5107, I thought, oh, this would just be it, just one watch. Then I decided, you know what? I love my one watch, but I would really like a steel watch to go with it. So I bought myself a 14270 36 mil Explorer 1. Then I thought, you know something, I really love my 2 watches. Sorry, take it super chat.
Toledo. Arch, how much did we make on the stream today?
Hey, we did pretty good. We did pretty good. We did pretty good. As long as we provide entertainment, the money will flow. You don't always do things for the money. You do it for the entertainment, and then the rewards will flow.
We don't always do things for the money, but mostly we do it for the money.
It's not about the money, Jin. What's it about? Go ahead, tell us.
It's my passion.
It's my passion.
Exactly. So
look, that's all. When Archie says it's not about the passion; it's about the money.
But I got to say, in all honesty, there, I then went and got a date just to go with the 5107 and the Explorer 1. Then I thought, it'd be really cool to have some sort of diver, and before you know it, the cat's out of the bag and you're back to multiple watches. I got to tell you, I now decided that's it. My collection is actually, I got 10. You know what I'm hunting down next? How would you feel about a Zenith?
No.
How would you feel about a Zenith chronograph?
Soft, fuckers. It's soft.
Tricolor.
I know.
What kind?
Tricolor, 42 mil. 42 mil tricolor.
Nice.
It's actually Scotty. Scotty wants to get out of it soon, and I said, "Hey, I'll buy it."
Microwave softness, like soft.
I'm thinking about it. What do you think?
If you don't buy it, he'll get buried in it.
If you can trade him the PAM for it, then I would do it. Offer
yeah, the PAM is the PAM is going to be a losing proposition. The PAM.
Interesting. Okay.
I didn't like Zenith though.
Right? Let's be honest. You're not in love with the PAM.
Very interesting. Sorry?
Watch, if you were going to come down to one, could the PAM be that one watch? I don't think so.
At one stage, the Monaco could have done it.
I didn't ask about the Monaco. I asked about the PAM.
That fucking 5700 movement, 7750 movement is fucking annoying. So noisy. Even though it doesn't have the chronograph function, fuck, it's noisy. You know what I mean?
I have a couple watches like that. You can
I think Jin has a perfect idea. Get rid of the PAM. Flip it right over to that nice Zenith chrono.
Yeah. Although, I mean, the El Primero are soft too. But I mean, even the tricolors are soft. You know what the retail on those is? I mean, it's obscene.
About 10,000, isn't it?
No, it's less than that.
I think it's like 7.
Sorry, I meant in my money. Sorry, I meant in my money. It's about 7 US. It's about 7 US. You're right.
Canadian, probably about 95.
Yeah, but you got to look on Chrono to get the, and Solds on eBay to get the real. They're heavily discounted. Somebody said my Pelagos is soft in blue, which is what I have, and that I don't think that's actually terribly accurate. However, that's one of those watches that I don't really follow too. I don't worry about resale on the Pelagos because I like it, and that's a watch that I wear, and I'm sure I'll never sell it. I like it a lot better.
I'm surprised because I thought the Pelagos was most popular in blue. I thought that was their most popular color for the Pelagos.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe they don't hold their value because there's a lot of them out there. I'm not sure, but you don't see them out there real cheap. But it's one of the most wearable watches I have. Every time I put it on, I get the warm and squishies. So I like it. It has the right combination of wrist presence, the color and the size, and it's substantial even though it's titanium. Often I don't like titanium because it feels too flimsy light, but that watch has to make me happy.
£2 super chat from Darth Vader. If watch brands were cars, what would they be? I think Rolex would be Mercedes. Yeah. I think Omega would be BMW. I think Patek would be Rolls Royce. I think IWC would be Audi. Okay, because it's really just a Volkswagen underneath.
Don't you think that Omega would be more like VW? Do you really think it rises to the BMW height? Omega.
It's seen better days. Seen better days, like when they ditch their 6-cylinder engines. You
have to leave room for Patek.
My Monaco would be the Ford Exploder Platinum Edition. Because underneath it, it's a shitter Salida movement underneath it, underneath the glass.
Hey, we have another one. SR Bells wants to know, Mark, have you ever had a Kentucky Klondike bar? You got to explain. Will someone in the comments explain what that means? Because I don't know. Maybe.
I have a feeling there's an Urban Dictionary definition of that.
Maybe, but guys, for a $2 super chat, I'm not doing any Googling here. Put it in the comments.
There's a $5 one from John Galt. Archie, if you liquidate all your watches minus the Reverso and went to an updated Archie 5, what watches would they be?
Man, remember the Archie 5? That was a fuck-off collection.
You reckon?
By the way, somebody has defined the Kentucky Klondike bar, and the answer is no. I've never had that.
Look, I think I would have to go for a 5196 this time because I would prefer a manual wind instead of an automatic with a date. I would go for a. We'd keep the current Reverso, and we would keep the Breguet. I reckon as the fill-in for the AP would go the IWC, and that just leaves one extra watch, which would have to be a second Patek. And I reckon I'd get a 5130. That's the model after my world time. I reckon they're not much more than mine. They are actually soft because people don't like the size and they don't like the dial guilloche. They don't like it, but I reckon they got potential. I reckon they're a potential.
I mean, that's it. If you look at the sort of how your collection, I mean, it's the Archie 5. The Archie 5, you had 2 Pateks, a JLC, a Breguet, and an AP. I mean, for fuck's sake.
How have the mighty fallen?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And now
the stupid thing is, instead of buying that fucking 36mm AP, I should have put a bit more money in at the time and got a 15300.
Was that one a 14790?
Yeah, 14790 ST.
Those what are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing the Breitling. The Breitling.
How long are you gonna keep that one?
I've got a very successful rich fan who's flying me to Hong Kong on the 15th. He's flying me business class to show him around.
The honkers?
So, yeah, Hong Kong, because he liked the Hong Kong footage. He said, hey, I'll put you on a plane. Let's go. So I got to tell you honestly, I I'm going to go there, so that's why I've only got one watch out because all the other ones are in the safe. So that's my Hong Kong watch. I got to tell you the truth there. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be looking around, and it's always cool to look at watches there. I might wear pants this time. They might let me in.
Super chat.
That's the moral. Super chat.
Louis Toledo, $5. Archie, why so much love for the 5170?
It's probably the greatest manual wine chronograph money can buy.
Better
I think it's...
Datograph?
Sorry?
Better than Datograph?
I like the aesthetics of it. Lange, the Germans have always been a bit on the nasty side, you know? Yeah, nasty, better than a Datograph. Really? Yes.
Compared to the Swiss?
Yeah, look, I got to be honest with you. I think the 5170 is absolutely perfect. That's an exit watch. If I had that, I don't think I need anything else.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
But now you're talking about going down to one watch.
Behind every beautiful woman is a dude tired of banging her.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I mean, the Datograph is a flyback chronograph with, and the finishing is just a work. The architecture is just.
I've actually held both of them. To be honest with you, if I was going to go Lange, I'd go 1815 chronograph because I actually like manual wind and relatively simple.
Yeah.
The pushes on the 1815 chronograph are amazing, by the way.
I actually agree. The 1815 would be my choice too.
But I think the Patek is just money, no object. Just, I know it's an extra, about 10,000 extra on the used market. 5170 is just, and the thing is too, the people who are attracted to Nautiluses don't like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All those wankers who buy the 5711s and crave that, they don't get this 5170.
I do like the 5170.
I think that's the ultimate watch, really. They're fucking dear.
They are. I mean, but for Patek, relatively speaking, for a complicated Patek, they're not actually that expensive. I mean, you know, that's the same price as a Patek perpetual calendar. It's not like, we're not talking like a perpetual calendar chronograph money here, or something insane like that.
Can you get I suppose you could get a 3940, can't you, for the same less money?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck, they're expensive. Just went on to Chrono. Fuck, they're dear. They're dear. You know that?
Yeah.
Mark.
Fuck, they're dear.
Question to Mark.
Jesus Christ.
Would you get yourself a Patek?
What's that, Bruce?
Would you get yourself a Patek?
No, I've said it. Patek? Yeah, no, I've said it over and over again. I don't really merit a Patek. I don't deserve a Patek. It's a level of horology there that I think you really have to appreciate and love. And their watches are way too small. So, I just don't. I'm a cretin. I'm a horological cretin. Although there are some of the Langes, Lange and Zone, I tend to like a little bit better than Patek. I think Patek is too refined for my taste, so I don't really think I deserve one.
You're looking about $50,000 for a 5170.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a lot of hurt money. You know that?
They fucking hurt. Yeah.
You could buy a nice car in America for that, can't you?
You could.
That hurts so much. That hurts so much. You're bleeding.
I bought an amazing Ford Exploder for less than that. Keslowitz, $5. Arch, you need to sell that Breguet. I seriously, and he spelled it Breguet. Siri just went crazy. I seriously don't know any other watch guys that own one or approve. It's a glorified Cartier. You need a Blanc Pan.
What?
I thought at first he was going to say you need to sell your World Time.
Fuck me dead. Breguet is a fucking. Breguet is coolest fucking brand that there fucking is. I mean,
Archie loves gay men and his breguet.
Napoleon wore a breguet. All of these fucking dictators wore breguets. Royalty wear breguets. I mean, breguet classique was the that was the ultimate like Wall Street watch back in like the 90s or 80s.
Isn't it true that isn't it true, Jen, that you're looking at potentially buying a breguet?
Yes, because it is the coolest brand. I mean, breguet is probably the coolest brand.
People say, what watch turned you gay, or what watch turned you this, right? What watch turned me onto chronographs? It was the Breguet Type 20.
Yeah.
I didn't actually like chronographs before the Breguet Type 20.
You know, I think it was kind of the same thing for me. I didn't like chronographs either until and the Breguet Type 20 was one of the first ones that I really liked.
Are you saying you didn't like a Speedmaster Professional until you had a Type 20?
Exactly. Yes. And I mean, look, I got to be honest with you. The Type 20 isn't the greatest chronograph. It's not a column wheel. It's using Lemania is not a bad. Patek used to use Lemania. There's nothing wrong with Lemania, but it's not a high end breguet. It's kind of, but it is well finished. And the thing that pisses me off is the pushers are very stiff on them. They're not soft pushers. I like soft pushers, but
I like them stiff. But we have a super chat. James Lynch, £5. I plan collection over next 5 years. Sub already have AP ROO Panda, the AP Quantième Perpetual Calendar, and Birth Year Pepsi. What are your thoughts?
Go for it, James.
Especially that Birth Year Pepsi. Ooh. Birth Year Pepsi, I applaud.
That's a lot of AP, though, right? I think I should have a Royal Oak. What do you think, guys? I think I could handle a Royal Oak.
But you like them big.
I do. And it is big.
You know what would be good for you? I reckon for you could do Royal Oak Offshore Diver. The Diver.
Yeah.
They aren't ridiculous money. They're expensive, but they're not. And you kind of like dive watches.
I do.
I would say to you, you're much better off to get a Royal Oak Diver than a fucking chronograph. Chronographs can be horrendously expensive to fix, okay?
I'll look at the Royal Oak Diver. Let me look. I'm going to look right now.
In the offshore, Royal Oak Offshore Diver. Because it is a... I think they're cool.
I think that's a cool one.
Let me tell you my Breitling story real quick.
Yes. This is with the side pussy.
No. Basically, I switched back over to the Breitling before going to happy hour last night. And so I'm hanging out there in a group. And this one woman goes, oh, that's a nice watch, which I always like when that happens. Oh, that's a nice watch. Then she proceeds to say, I'm glad it's not one of those asshole Rolexes. And I'm just sitting there thinking, what the hell? I was a little bit insulted. And then I was waiting for her next question, like, you don't own any Rolexes, do you? But she never asked it. It went to something else. We weren't talking about watches, and it was on to whatever else. But I thought you might like it.
Was she hot?
She was okay. She was all right.
What nationality, Doc?
She looked to be like maybe Italian or something like that. I never asked her.
Count. But she was semi-hot and she was a nurse.
Nurses like three hands. So that three-hand Rolex, nurses dig that. They love having a sweep second hand, and they love the Rolex.
Women love simple three-hand watches.
Yes, sweeps, but also they like to see the sweep second hand. They don't like that. I don't. You think they like quartz, but if they're a nurse, they like a sweep second hand.
How about small seconds? Or do they like the big seconds?
Big seconds, sweeping.
If they take pulse.
Yes, exactly.
Here's the Royal Oak Offshore Diver.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Black style.
It's got a big old helium release valve on there, though. got a bit of a wart.
Most of them aren't on the bracelet, but I think you got the wrong one. You're mainly on rubber.
Most of them are on rubber.
I'd get a rubber one. I reckon rubber would be just perfect for you.
Here's the rubber one. I don't know. There's not much.
How much is that? How much is that? How much is that?
14,000 US.
That's not bad.
That's a lot of money, but it's not.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of them for that price. There's 15 of them for that amount of money.
So are you saying that you weren't even appreciating a Rolex Daytona until you got the Breguet? Is that what you're saying?
I've never owned a Rolex Daytona. They've never been good value. I've never.
No, I'm saying appreciate it. I know you didn't. I know you never.
Oh yeah, I always liked the Daytona. Rolex is different.
Okay.
I was thinking about getting a Tiger Woods at one stage. You know the Tiger Woods chronograph?
Well, that's a Tudor, of course.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of components to it with a different movement, of course, an outhouse movement.
Yeah. Exactly. But I got to say, the Breguet there, I think Breguet's a cool brand. I really love it. I think it's pretty good bang per buck. And I don't know if I would get the shiny one. I'd probably go for the matte one if I was buying one again. But beggars can't be choosers, and I kind of like it without the date. So it is what it is.
I agree that I'm not a fan of how it's, especially on the bracelet, the Aero Naval with no date is so shiny. But I think it is a more literal interpretation of the original Type 20s with the because the hands are a bit different too, not just it's not just the date on the bracelet. So for me, that is sort of truer to the heritage style of the Type 20.
Well, gentlemen, I got to show you my ball and leave. I hate to take my leave of you.
No worries. Show us your balls, and then you can leave.
I only have one ball at the current moment.
So you just ball and run. Is that the way you do it?
You know what? Before I go, quick poll. What did you sleep in last night? I slept in the Blue Pelago. What'd you guys do?
I never ever wear a watch to bed. I'm always scared of scratching it.
I don't wear a watch to bed.
You know.
Okay, you two are wasting wrist time. Doc?
I always put it next to me at night. It's always next to my bedside on my bedside table, but not actually wearing it,
8 hours of wasted wrist time. And by the way, when I wake up, I got to change into something else because I got bored with it overnight. Whatever it is that I sleep in, I cannot wear it the next day because I'm bored with it. I got a problem.
That's just crazy.
I have a problem. Good night. You have a super chat.
Good night. Thank you. $1.99. Jack in KC 1. Thanks for the nice discussion tonight. Good work. Thank you. See, we don't always need the Clivers here. You know this?
We've been doing a great job, and the audience has been very good with their super chats and sometimes with non-super chats as well. We covered a lot of topics.
I tell you what, we might actually cut this now because I just don't want it to get too long because this is such a good show. I want to just snip it so that we don't overdo it. You know how you can overdo something? This has been 2.5 hours. It's been a great.
You want to leave it on a high note.
Leave it on a high note, so we can say to Clivers, hey.
Why not let your guests get out and actually live their lives for once,
Exactly.
Instead of keeping us
Exactly. So it was great.
You're in New York, aren't you?
Yeah, Jin's in New York. That's right.
Yeah, I'm in New York. Yeah.
So he's got to get off so he can go out and enjoy the nightlife out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
New York. It's daytime there, isn't it? What time is it in New York?
9:30. It's not too late.
You better go out. Go and hit a club.
The bars close at 3 for fuck's sake. I mean, I have. This is
go and have some pizza. Go and get some of that American
things
slice.
Don't even start. Things don't start happening till 11 o'clock out there.
And it's finally cooling down. It's not so fucking hot as it was in the middle of the day.
So what you gonna wear? What you gonna wear out there on the prow?
I'm not prowling anywhere. I'm probably gonna wear the Reverso.
Ah, that's so cool.
Perfect choice.
Old money.
Yeah, go up. Yeah, exactly. This is old money respect.
Okay, guys, let's cut it here. That's a great show. Thank you, guys.